Know about leaky gut. Cure most of your diseases. Leaky gut part 1.
All disease begins in the gut. This quote was penned by Hippocrates, an ancient Greek physician, nearly 2500 years ago. Latest research confirms that at least 90% of all modern healthcare problems and diseases begins in the gut. If we trace back the path of arthritis, diabetes, and depression, it will lead us to an irritated and inflamed gut. Even minor ailments like constipation, eczema, fatigue is directly linked to gut dysfunction. Furthermore, a damaged gut can increase the levels of toxins in the body. Our gastrointestinal tract is a 30-foot long highway from mouth to anus. It extracts nutrients from the food and supplies energy to every cell of the body. Every part of the system plays a crucial part and things can go wrong at any point. Friends, have you heard about leaky gut before? If no, then let's get introduced to this gut condition that could be an underlying reason for a number of common ailments as well as serious health conditions. The food we eat is broken down in the digestive system, and most of the nutrients get absorbed in the small intestine. At the same time, the intestine acts as barriers and stops the entry of toxins and harmful bacteria from entering into the bloodstream. You will be surprised to know that the lining of your intestine is just one cell thick to allow easy flow of nutrients from food to the blood. These cells form the barrier known as the gut barrier that separates you from the outside world. There are junctions between each cell which acts as gates. These junctions are very tight. They allow water and nutrients to pass through into the bloodstream, but they block harmful toxins and bacteria from crossing or leaking into the bloodstream. This is called intestinal permeability. But due to certain reasons, when the gut barrier is compromised, it leads to a condition called intestinal hyperpermeability, also known as leaky gut. In leaky gut, the junctions between cells becomes consistently bigger, allowing harmful toxins, pathogens, partially digested proteins, fats, and even undigested food particles into the bloodstream. Now, every time an unwanted particle or pathogen enters the bloodstream, it triggers an immune response or an allergic response. But that doesn't mean that you will see rashes throughout the body, but it can lead to various symptoms. So, if the gut is continuously leaking, the immune system has to be on constant attack. Thus, if leaky gut is not healed, it leads to continuous body wide inflammation. Also, leaky gut causes malabsorption of vital minerals and nutrients like zinc, iron, etc. Now, how do we find out if we have leaky gut? Just ask your body where it hurts. It may communicate to you through various symptoms which can be triggered by a leaky gut. Now, let's have a look at various symptoms of leaky gut. Gut concentrated symptoms: constipation, gas, chronic diarrhea, bloating, irritable bowel syndrome, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, celiac disease, multiple food allergies, gastric ulcers, Crohn's disease, etc. General symptoms of leaky gut: problems in the digestive tract may extend to other systems of the body and may show up as symptoms in the form of rheumatoid arthritis, chronic fatigue, nutritional deficiencies, weak immune system, eczema, acne, weight gain, thyroid disorders, etc. Brain related symptoms: your gut is directly connected to your brain. What affects your gut affects your brain also. If the gut is leaky, you may experience symptoms like brain fog, depression, anxiety, mood swings, headache, confusion, ADD attention deficit disorder, ADHD attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, etc. Autoimmune related symptoms: leaky gut may exhibit itself in the form of neuropathy, multiple sclerosis, lupus, migraine, Hashimoto's disease, fibromyalgia, Alzheimer's disease, etc. Now, wasn't that a very long list? Yes, indeed. By now, you must have got an idea that leaky gut is not something that can be ignored. In fact, it has to be addressed as soon as symptoms begin to show up and should be fixed as early as possible. But that can be done only when we find out what causes our guts to go leaky. There is no single cause. It could be due to various reasons. Let's have a look at some of the culprits that may be causing leaky gut. Excessive sugar intake. A diet high in sugar, particularly fructose, will feed yeast, candida, and bad bacteria, harming the barrier function of the intestinal wall. Moreover, bad bacteria create toxins called exotoxins that damage healthy cells and make hole in the intestinal wall. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs NSAIDs like ibuprofen can contribute to leaky gut. Deficiency in vitamins A and D and zinc leads to intestinal hyperpermeability. Disturbance in the balance between beneficial and harmful bacteria can affect the gut barrier function of the intestinal wall. Lectins are found in many common foods we eat, including grains. While small amount of lectins is not much harmful, too much lectin can cause leaky gut syndrome. Sprouting and fermenting grains can reduce the amount of lectins. Genetically modified and hybridized foods contain large amount of lectins as they have been modified to fight off bugs. Genetically modified foods are engineered to withstand the heavy spray of herbicide, namely Roundup, which could kill any other non-genetically modified food. The active ingredient in Roundup is glyphosate, which is classified by World Health Organization as a carcinogen. Besides causing many potentially dangerous health issues like causing cancer, glyphosate damages the gut microbiome, leading to impairment of gut health. We are exposed to antibiotics through drugs and medicines, utilization in crops and farm animals. Antibiotics alters the balance between the gut microbiome, leading to poor gut health. Consumption of gluten foods like wheat, barley, rye, etc., processed meats, bakery items, junk foods, refined oils, artificial sweeteners, highly processed foods, sugary and carbonated drinks, and excessive consumption of alcohol harms healthy bacteria and promotes the growth of harmful bacteria, leading to leaky gut. Small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. The gut bacteria primarily live in large intestine. However, due to aging, poor motility, diabetes, low stomach acid, etc., the gut bacteria can overgrow in the small intestine, leading to SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This leads to the production of zonulin, which opens up tight junctions of the gut, leading to leaky gut. Obesity reduces short chain fatty acids in the gastrointestinal tract, which keeps the junctions tight. This increases intestinal permeability, leading to leaky gut. Depression, insufficient sleep, stress brings about chemical and hormonal changes in the body, leading to alteration in the balance of gut bacteria, which in turn leads to intestinal hypopermeability. Fiber is the food for gut bacteria. Foods low in fiber leads to the reduction in the abundance and diversity of gut bacterial community, reduces the byproduct of digestion butyrate that keeps the gut junctions tight. Children born via the vagina has much more robust and diverse microbiome compared to children born via C-section. The more diverse the gut bacteria, healthier the gut. Conventional cow's milk can cause leaky gut. The component protein, namely A1 casein, harms the gut. Pasteurization process destroys vital enzymes, making sugar like lactose very difficult to digest. Friends, in this video, we got introduced to leaky gut and learnt about the symptoms and causes of leaky gut. In my next video, Leaky Gut Part 2, we will learn about the food that should be included and avoided to heal and seal the leaky gut. Friends, thank you for watching my video. Hope the information provided was useful to you. I have shared the links to quite a few tried and tested healthcare products online. You can purchase those products through the link I have provided in the description box below. Hope to meet you soon with a new video on health. Till then, live, love, learn, and laugh.